Hey, what's up everybody? I am back finally with another vlog with the GT4 RS. I've been having a ton of fun with it. I've been out in the car most days. I've already put, there's 4,000 kilometers on this car. And when I got it, really when I took it out, it had 718 kilometers on it. So I've really driven the car quite a bit over the last few weeks. Just wanted to break it in because this Saturday, we are going to be going to the racetrack. I have officially joined a high-performance driving school, so I'm going to have an instructor. I do believe my dad is coming with me. I'm going to be filming everything. I got my old GoPros out, charged up, ready to go, so we'll have multiple points of view. We're hoping the weather holds out, but one way or another, we are going to start tracking this car this weekend, and I want to go out and break it in before I really break it in, if you know what I'm saying. So been having a ton of fun. I got my first modification for the car. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys the first mods I'm putting on the car. I also got a big surprise junk food package from my man Frycy in Australia. So I'm going to open up that. I haven't went through the box yet, and perhaps some of you guys can let me know which candies I should start eating first, as he sent me a large bucket or a box of junk food. So I'm going to be showing you guys that. And we're actually going to be driving in the 4RS today. The weather's kind of crappy outside. Plus, I have to go to a rental property and look into fixing a stove for a tenant. So we got all that on the plate this morning. And then I have my podcast and everything else later on in the day. So without further ado, let me first, I'll take you guys a quick look around the car and then show you guys the first modification that I am putting on the 4RS, all right? All right, so I had no idea that this camera can do ultra wide mode, so that's gonna make the vlogs a little bit better. Here it is. For those that may just be tuning into the channel for the first time, or maybe this is the first time you've seen the car, this is the 2023 Porsche GT4 RS. I got it about 3 weeks ago or so, put a ton of kilometers on it. So we are officially at 4,043 kilometers. Basically, once again, just did that to break in the car. I have not actually shown you guys the full interior of the vehicle. The engine is back there. I haven't shown you guys everything because I am planning to do a comprehensive review of the car in the very near future. So I really wanted to understand the vehicle first, learn about all the features before I try and give you guys a detailed review of what it's like to actually drive it and the capabilities of the vehicle. The other thing that we have coming is, I've already told you guys about the racetrack on Saturday, but I also dropped the car off on Sunday to finish the PPF and also get it ceramic coated. So for those that did not watch the first video, the car is about 70% done with PPF. So there is, I don't know if you can see that or not, but the hood is PPF'd, the whole front is PPF'd, the doors, the roof up into here, you can see the line. So all of this needs to be done, all of that. This back panel is not done, and the wing is going to get done. The whole back bumper is going to get done. Yeah, so this panel here, yeah, this isn't done. And then we're doubling up on a couple of, key spots as well. So that's getting done, and it's getting ceramic coated as well. So Sunday, this goes into the shop. It'll probably be there for, I don't know, 2 or 3 days. And it's getting a full detail as well. So I have that lined up. So about 30% of the car is getting PPF'd. Another 10% is getting double PPF'd. And then ceramic coated. What else do I have on the docket? I have a photo shoot coming up with this as well. So we're gonna get some cool, maybe videos and photos of the vehicle. I also have my first modifications, which I'm gonna show you guys here in a second. What else do I have going on with the vehicle? There was one other thing. Well, I forget. Maybe it'll come back to me. I am going to be making a vehicle about 5 things that I hate about the car, when in reality, there's only really one thing that is kind of annoying about the car. All the other things is more so just going to be like clickbait, because the car is absolutely perfect. Even from the minor gripes that I have, but I also got to tell myself this isn't a daily vehicle, right? So when you keep that in mind, you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with the vehicle at all, but we'll get to really try it out on the weekend on the track. My dog is yelping because he wants to come in here and hang out. Anyway, the first mods, I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but essentially these are decals that are going to be put on the vehicle, and these are all the spots in which these are going to go. There is a group on Facebook. When I posted the car, there's a gentleman that mods with these all the different 4RSs. I will post a couple of pictures right now on the screen so that you guys can see what I'm talking about and what this will look like. So basically, there are certain parts of the vehicle that have these 4RS logos on there. Now, I can't really show it to you in here because it's still dark and you can't see it, but there's one in the front, the wheel centers, so these things right there. You know, you've got your GT4 RS on the doors, you've got them on the side of the spoilers. There's a bunch of spots, and I'm getting the shark blue put on there for a little pop. I'd put them on right away, but I'm waiting for the adhesives to show up because you need very specific adhesive to have that stick on there and stay on there. So that's going to be getting done, and I'll have a dedicated video for that and show that off. So that is the first modification that is going to be on the 4RS. So let's go take a look at the candy, and then I'm going to drive out to a rental property. All right, so I'll see you guys in a sec. All right, welcome to my son's playroom, which surprisingly isn't that much of a mess right now. We have the candy. I just dumped the box here on the bed. Thor, come on, get out of there. I just dumped the box on the bed, and this is, well, there's this too. I have probably not heard of any of this stuff, but let's go through it and then let me know in the comment section which things I should be snacking on first. So this here is Twisties cheese. Never heard of these here in Canada. Life's pretty straight without Twisties. Okay. So we've got 2 bags. Oh, this is a different flavor, chicken. 3 bags. We've got Kettle Native honey and orange with cracked pepper. That actually looks delicious. And they're falling out of the bag. The bag must have ripped. Well, here you go, Thor. Here you go, buddy. Good boy. Here's your vacuum. All right, what is this? Vegemite. What the heck is Vegemite? Vegemite. All right. All right, we got some Vegemite. Shapes. Never heard of that either. That's enough, Thor. That's enough, bud. Shapes again. Pizza flavor. Some more shapes. Let me switch hands here. A little bit better of a grip. Right, so shapes, some more shapes. That's enough, Thor. Come on, that's enough. Right, what are these? So Smith's, some more boxes of chips. Red Rock Deli, honey soy chicken, 5 generous packs. Interesting. Are these chips? They must be, yeah. Okay. I thought they were actual chicken there for a second, but no, they're chips. I was going to say it's pretty light for chicken. It's like, I don't know why you'd be flying chicken across from Australia to Nova Scotia. So we got some more shapes. Some more shapes. Oh, what's that? Oh. Okay. Oh, this isn't shape. This is just the natural. These are snacks. Okay. What else we got here? I have not heard of any of these Allens. We don't have these here. I honestly have never seen any of this food before. Shapes, some more shapes. Tam Tams. I have no idea what Tam Tams are. Oh, we got a lot of Tam Tams. Woo! Fricey hooked up with the Tam Tams. Look at that. Oh, stuff I know. Oh, I know these, but I have not tried this marble kind before. Marble and chocolate, milk chocolate. I've had those. So we have these here in Canada. Cadbury. Oh, I've never had these. There's a koala on there, so I'm assuming it is Australian. More Tam Tams. I hate these. We actually have these. My mom loves these, so when she comes over, she'll eat these. My mom absolutely loves these, but I don't like them. So I've had those before. Cherry ripe. Roll-ups. So those must be like fruit roll-ups that we have here in Canada, similar. The natural dinosaurs. And another pack of those bad boys. So there it is. Big shout out to my man Fricey coming through in a big way. I'm gonna have to make some room in the pantry because that is a lot of junk food. Let me know in the comment section below, what is your favorite out of all of these? What is your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below, and which ones should I dig into first? All right, we got to get out to the road. It's time to head out to a rental property, and I will see you guys in the truck. All right, we are driving out to the property. I am in my truck. This is actually my daily, so I drive this the most. Well, as of late, I've been driving the Porsche just because it's new and exciting. But for the most part, this is what I'm in all the time. This is my real estate truck. Got my Tim Hortons. Got the iced cappuccino made with chocolate milk. That is very important. We are driving out to the property to go and fix an oven. Yes, I'm doing it myself. I've got 2 burners, one big one, one small one. Apparently 3 of the burners aren't working there. So I brought 2 just to test to see if that works. And then if that works, I'll go grab the other one. One big, one small. I don't know if the burners are actually busted or the tenants are they're just not taking care of the oven and it's dirty and whatnot. So I'm gonna find out. I know there might be people asking like, oh, Jeff, you manage all your properties. How do you do this? Like, you stream full time, you do all of this. To be honest, doing these sort of things are pretty rare. I probably have to go out to a property maybe once a month, maybe like a little bit more, I would say, in the beginning of winter and then in the beginning of summer, because I'm typically getting the properties ready for each of the seasons. But for the most part, if it's small things, I'll head out there and do them. If it's a little bit larger, I'll call my dad, and I usually go out with my dad and he teaches me how to do it because my dad is a contractor as well. So yeah, I do self-manage a fair amount of units. 32 of my units I don't self-manage. So 32 of them, I either have a property management company work on that, or my partner, that's his job. So yeah, for the bulk of my units, I have somebody else do them, but I do handle a decent amount myself as well. And I don't mind. I really, truly don't mind. I like being able to go to the properties. When I'm inside, I can kind of take a visual look on sort of what's wrong, what's going on, how they're living, that sort of stuff. Obviously, I don't like do a full walkthrough of the property, but you know, if I'm going into the kitchen, I'll take a look, see what's going on, see if I can see anything. I usually then ask the tenants, like,
how are things going? How's the building? How are your neighbors? Is there anything else? Like, it gives me an opportunity to really see what's happening, and I'll be able to, know who's really taking care of properties and who isn't, and that sort of stuff. And it gets me out of the house. I'm in the house streaming, 40, 50, 60 hours a week. It is nice to get out once in a while. I need change for the bridge. One sec here. But yeah, so we're heading there right now. This triplex I ended up buying in 2021. It was during COVID. I did the big BRRRR, which is buy, renovate, rent, refinance, repeat. So I did that. The perfect BRRRR is when you put in your down payment, your closing costs, and your renovations. You do all the renovations, you raise the value of the property, and then you do a refinance and you pull out all of your money. Hey. Thank you, sir. Pardon me? Oh, okay. All right, sorry about that. So that's basically when you pull out all of your money. I did not do a perfect BRRRR. There were some things that happened throughout the renovation process that had me go over budget by, I think, 12 grand or so. I had documented everything. I think those videos are private right now, but I'll do a big breakdown of that whole deal in a future video. But I still think I got about $80,000 into the property. I managed to pull out like 100,000 and some change, maybe 120K or something. So right now, cash flow wise, I made a mistake, and it's the only rental property that I have on variable. So when I did a cash out refinance, I put it on variable. And for those who don't know, in Canada, we do not have 30-year fixed mortgages here. They don't exist, which is mind-boggling to Americans, and is kind of mind-boggling for me that we don't have 30-year fix here or a 1031 exchange. So essentially, when you get a mortgage, you can choose to either go fixed or variable. If you go fixed, you basically get a fixed rate, but you only can do it for a max of 5 years. So you can do 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, or 5 year fixed. Same thing with variables. Now this is for residential. There are a little bit different things that you can do with commercial lending, but in this case, this is a residential triplex 3-unit building. So basically, I had put it on variable because at the time the rates were pretty cheap, and this, like I said, this was during COVID. And 3 months after I put it into a variable, the rate started going up. So I went from cash flowing over $1,700 a month down to about $1,200. It's like $1,175 is what I make. Now, the interest rates did go down yesterday by 0.25 basis points. I think we're going to get another rate drop throughout the year and more into 2025. Obviously, I don't have a tinfoil hat on. I can't predict the future, but I did say an interest rate cut was coming. It happened yesterday, and I think one more is due to come. And if another one beyond that happens, I mean, that's great. So in about 18 months, this property is up for renewal. And if the interest rates stay high, I do have other properties that are up for renewal in 16 months that I discussed in a previous video. What I actually might do, and this might sound crazy to some people, is I have a substantial amount of money coming, about $500,000 to $600K coming from a refinance. Now that's money that I had already put into the deal, so it's not like, oh, it's a brand new money. It's money that I went broke. Basically, I depleted all. When I say broke, I mean like my liquid funds. I put everything into this project because there was such big money to be made. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to pay off the Porsche because once again I took some off a HELOC, so I'll pay that off, and then with the rest, I think I'm just going to pay off this property in full, and then that way, when the rents do come in, my expenses per month will be that is lawn care, snow removal, I have like an insect and rodent removal, or I guess a preventative that they spray and do things each month there as well. The insurance, property taxes, and maintenance is about $1,100 a month. So I will then cash flow just over $4,000 a month if I just decide to get rid of that mortgage. And then not only that, if I do need the money moving forward, so say if there's a big real estate opportunity that came up or a business, I can put a mortgage back on that property and take the money out and continue as normal. The reason why I'm considering this is because if interest rates stay high and it's becoming harder and harder for me to find very specific types of deals that meet my criteria, then why not start putting more money down on properties, or starting to pay down the ones that I have, like aggressively, to then open up more cash flow as well. And then I can take that cash flow and either pay myself a salary down the road, or use that to buy more real estate. So I'm just playing around with some ideas, and I'm thinking out loud a little bit during this video, but we will see. It still cash flows very, very well. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section. I don't know if I mentioned this in a previous clip in this vlog or not, but I am planning to do a bunch of real estate content. I've ordered some stuff and I'm building out a little set in my garage. So there is more of that coming. And whenever I have to go out and do real estate related things, I will vlog it and I will take you guys to the properties and all that other stuff. So, but I am going to be at the property here in about 5 minutes. So I will see you guys when I get there. I can't film inside, but yeah, I'll let you guys know how all this stuff is going. All right.
All right, guys, I am here. I'm at the property. For those that watch the Burr videos that I did a while back, this is the same place as before. Looks like the lawn guy, I think he was here last week, so I'll get that done. Just gonna do a little walk around here, make sure everything is good. Each unit got their own bins, and basically I provide the bins for them. The city provides the green bins, but I mark for each unit so they have their own, so there's no issues, even though there's still always issues. Everything is clear back here. I always like to do a little walk around. We've got these boxes because there's so much brush and stuff. There are rodents and things like that that can go into the building. So ever since I started using these, we haven't had a single issue. So we've got those around. I think I pay $60 a month to have that stuff done, and they spray inside the building as well. But yeah, see, there's a whole bunch of brush and stuff like that. Each unit got their own heat pump and AC. We had all that put in there. But anyway, I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna take off the camera and I'll tell you guys how it went. All right, so I just left, well, I didn't leave yet. I'm in the driveway. Oh my God, guys, you still wanna be a landlord? I mean, it's worth it, but my God, what a nightmare that was. So I went in thinking, okay, the burners are a little messed up. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some photos here on the screen and take a look at this. The people that lived in here, apparently some of the guys left, moved back to Ontario. Some new guys came in, and I had no idea, but they literally cut the wires, clean cut, like you can tell that they are cut, and stole the devices. I don't even know what you call those, like connectors that connect the wires to the burners so the burners get power. They stole out 3 of them. They busted one of them, and they left the small burner working. And I thought I was going to be able to just go in there and fix it. Not only that, take a look at the fucking dirt. Talk about an issue. Talk about a fire hazard. So I sat down with a couple of the guys that are living there who aren't even on the lease. So now I got to call the guy that is the main guy on the lease, and call him.
they're cleaning. I said, guys, like, I have to call somebody in here to do a complete fix of this, or that stove is going to be toast, because what's either going to happen is the stove is either going to cost several $100s to fix, when in reality I can buy a brand new one for $500 or $600. So if it's going to be, you know, $450, $500 to fix it, I'm better off probably just buying a brand new stove with new warranty and everything else. Or if it does need to be fixed, it's going to be, you know, $200 or $300 or whatever, because you got to pay for a service call. That's coming out of their damage deposit. So I got to call up the guy that the main guy on the lease, who I just found out no longer lives there. So we've got, like, I've got a big issue on my hands that I'm going to have to deal with. So I got the list of the names of the guys that are in there. So I got to make some phone calls. I got to get this thing fixed, and pretty much right away, like today, I got to send out a new lease. I got to make an amendment to the lease. The guys have broken their lease. So we got to start a brand new lease. And I'm just going to put these guys on a month to month. You know, chances are these guys aren't going to be, well, I'm just not going to renew on their anniversary. I mean, they've already broke. I mean, I could go through the eviction process right now. But the two guys that are in there are actually quite nice. And they just kind of moved in to this issue. So it's really not on them. And they've actually been a great help. They cleaned up the place a great deal. The exterior of the house, there was a big garbage issue. These guys stepped up and got all the stuff done, and they didn't cause any of these problems. So these guys are legit, but the people that were in there before cut out the wires and took the stuff. Like, it makes no sense. So it's either they took the stuff to go repair a different oven, or they were just dicks and they did that on the way out. I don't actually know the answer to any of that, but the only thing that I know is I have to find the solution to get it fixed, and I need to make make a change on the lease, and I have to do all this morning. So this needs to get done right away. Yeah, fun. The life of a landlord. Anyway, I'll keep you guys up to date on all this. But yeah, these are the issues that you deal with when you're dealing with people and you've got a bunch of units. Issues happen. Is it the end of the world? It's not the end of the world. But I did say I'm not touching this oven until it's fully cleaned. So they're working on that now. They're going to send me some photos of when it's cleaned fully. And then once that's done, I'll call in the appliance guy to come in and fix that. And then yeah, kind of go from there. And I'm literally, once I'm done recording this, I'm going to call the guy that's on the lease. I got the names of the people that are actually there. I'm going to get him off of the lease and create a new lease with these guys, and just make it so that we can get to the end of the term and then kind of go from there. But yeah, the life of a landlord, guys. You know what? It's not all bad. These things happen. These are solvable. Yeah, it's taking time out of my day, but you know what? Hey, when you get to do these refinances, when you're building wealth, when you are, you know, dealing with the shit now so that you can have a little bit more freedom in the future, it's worth it. You know, at the end of the day, it's worth it. This is solvable. We'll get it done. You know, we'll fix things up for these guys. It's not their fault. It is what it is. You know, it is what it is. We take it on the chin. This is the reason why we have damage deposit. This is the reason why we have reserves. And this is the reason why there's money in real estate, is because people realize that they got to deal with things like this. And a lot of people don't want to deal with things like this, but I will. All right. Thanks so much, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the vlog. I'll be back all kinds coming either Sunday or all week next week. You're going to get a bunch of content because we've got a lot of stuff on the go with the car. But I'm done rambling. I'm done venting a little bit. I got to get to work. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Hit that like button, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out.